Hey guys, hope you're having a nice day, and let's go ahead and play some cho'gall. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be awesome. So first of all, let me thank my friend Pi for agreeing agreeing to help out with this video for you guys. It's gonna be great. He has no idea how to play gall, so obviously this is gonna be a great game. So cho'gall, I mean, he isn't really that bad of a hero in my opinion, like whatsoever. In fact, I think he is pretty overpowered. The problem with him though, with them though, is that there are a lot of counters to him. Like most of the heroes in the game have some form of percentage damage, and some heroes excel at absolutely destroying cho'gall, like Karazim, Leoric, Melsail, new released Melsail. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. But like, if you don't get countered, I feel like cho'gall is one of the stronger heroes in the game. Like, look at that, for example. That Jaina disrespects our damage. So we're gonna just punish all of them for this now. Well, except, oh, almost dead. Almost dead. But we killed a lot of people. Lots of people died on both sides, and the coolest part about that is that we got our fuel for flame talents. The fuel for flame talent, like, this is kind of the build I'm running on cho'gall. You might want to go maybe for consuming fire, but I like fuel for the flame because, like, in the later game, it just becomes just straight up a better choice. Just straight up a better choice in the late game. It outscales your consuming fire, and then you just start healing for absolutely insane amounts of healing just every time you use your consuming blaze. And this build kind of revolves around consuming blaze in general, so we're gonna go get ourselves as much survivability as we can, as much damage as we can as Cho, and it's gonna be like late game cho'gall is kind of scary, so this is kind of what we are aiming for at the moment. Let's go kind of try to catch that Zul'jin. I don't know where he went. Can I cancel my? Oh yeah, if I click my Surging Fist again, it's gonna be cancelled. Damn, Alarok decided to just straight up 1v1 him. Maybe not the best idea. I don't think we're gonna be able to stop Alarok there. It was a little bit too late. He might be able to stop us though, which is not the greatest. But yeah, as gall, by the way, you can safely use your abilities while Cho is channeling. It won't interrupt them. So obviously do that. So we're gonna go for uppercut. Oh no, the silence. That's sad. Now Alarok is a good counter to Cho because of the silence. But look at this, look at how fast we actually were able to kill them, and with our teammates' help, Jaina died. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a fun game, I know it for sure. We're gonna get some mercenary camps, because one part that cho'gall is really good at is that getting mercenary camps. Like, you are unkillable, you just keep healing yourself, keep doing damage. So the thing about uppercut is whenever we clip any sort of enemy hero with our Surging Fist, it does a ton of damage, 7% of their health. So this build is revolving around having as many Surging Fists, not as many Surging Fists as possible, but like when we engage as Cho, I want to have as much effectiveness as I can. So uppercut really works really well with this thought process right there. And there we go, that Probius. Butcher helped, of course, but I mean, look at this cho'gall. Cho'gall value. I like this hero so much. I think the problem, like one of the bigger problems though, aside from the fact that cho'gall can be so easily countered, is the fact that nobody is playing him because people think that he is bad, right? So he has kind of like the Haka syndrome, because like back in the day the Haka was considered like the weakest tank in the game, right? And after people actually figured out how to play him, he became like one of the better warriors at the moment. Still, so cho'gall kind of suffers from the same thing. So at level 7 we're gonna go for Firestarter. That's where like you can go for Power Surge for a little bit more extra damage, but I really like Firestarter for that survivability aspect. I just like to be able to stay super healthy all the time, and I think it synergizes really well with our level 1 fuel for the flame talent choice. I think it all works out really, really damn well. And then cho'gall goes in and everyone dies. So one of the cooler parts about your consuming blaze is the fact that it's refreshed whenever, like if you hit an enemy hero with a consuming blaze, it leaves an ignite effect. If you hit anything, it leaves an ignite effect on them. But if you consistently hit enemy heroes with your auto attacks as Cho, that fiery effect will refresh. And more to the point, you will also get the healing aspect, because when consuming blaze ignites enemies, you get healed a little bit. So reigniting them like that also triggers the healing. So obviously that's damn great. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It works really damn well. That's why I kind of like this build. Eventually you become just constantly healing unkillable machine of doom as cho'gall. So this is kind of what we are aiming for. Maybe we can catch up to this Jaina here. If Gall has shove, and he does, there we go. It's a little bit too late, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave her alone now. I'm just gonna leave her alone. Not much we can do there. I'm not even going to go for the camp because I want to kind of charge up my fuel for the flame right now. So let's kill some minions. Maybe try to kill this Alarak. Not gonna happen, but we're definitely gonna heal up. Like, look at that. We are healing for a decent amount. Alarak is taking damage. Sustainability, survivability. So yeah, alternatively you can go for the power surge, and that way you just keep casting your surging, like in a team fight, you would just keep casting your surging fists over and over and over again, dealing that 7% maximum health damage all the time and things like that. So for this build in particular, we're gonna go for the Hammer of Twilight, because it's, I mean, this is kind of what we are looking for right here. Is I'm gonna escape that because that's too many enemy heroes and we aren't really ready for that. So Chen didn't pick his heroic. I was kind of afraid. Why did Cassia do that? Well, she killed them, so yeah, there we go. I was kind of afraid of the Wandering Keg from Chen, so I didn't want to fight him that much. But look at that. Oh, damn. He should still be dead. Zul'jin should be dead, and I want that fuel for the flame stacks. Oh yes, give me all of it. And we're just gonna be healing all the time for incredible amounts with our fuel for the flame. I keep saying that, but you will see. Like the moment we stack it up, like look at that. It's 20% of our health healed almost, like not almost, but literally instantly. So obviously that's great. And that's the power of cho'gall. Do we have another? Oh no! Another Q into Jaina would have killed her, but from Gall. Oh, but it was a little bit too far away, I think. Or maybe they missed. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Like, look at, if there wasn't a wall there, we would have killed Jaina too, right? But we lost vision of her. I wasn't able to auto attack her to heal myself up and reverse the duration of the ignite, and that just... Why isn't Cassia trying to stop? I guess she will kill... Nope. She could have stopped Zul'jin there easily, but she decided to go for Chen instead. I don't know why. But like... level 13 and level 16 is where our cho'gall would actually start gaining strength. Not level 16, yeah, level 6 and level 20. Because of our Hammer of Twilight. Like, the reason we went for Hammer of Twilight is actually to get that extra auto attack damage, and we're gonna be doing some crazy things with it later on. We're gonna be doing some crazy things with our auto attacks later on. So right now we're gonna pick up Frenzied Fists, and what this allows us to do is to reapply Firestarter as much as possible. Also, it would heal us as much as possible because we're gonna be constantly refreshing our consuming blaze on the enemy heroes, right? So we're gonna be healing a lot, and also we're gonna be reducing the cooldown on our consuming blaze as fast as possible. And obviously, since we went for Hammer of Twilight, our auto attacks by default are kind of stronger than what they would otherwise be. So I think there's like a lot of synergy in this more defensive build for cho'gall. And I think it's just better, like this more defensive build for cho'gall is just better for Cho, because you already have a lot of damage, and you just want to amplify your survivability as much as you can, because, I mean, you aren't really a tank, you are more of like a bruiser type figure for your team, but obviously extra tankiness always helps. Okay, that's a kill, that's good stuff. I'm gonna go... Oh, there is like a Probius somewhere here. Oh, I don't know what he is trying to achieve there, but that's not gonna work out for him too well. Unless it will. Unless it will work out for him and we're just gonna to die here. And this should be our survivability. There we go. But we're gonna die. I mean, we killed Alarak in a very unfavorable scenario. That was my bad. My positioning was a little bit off. I don't know it's fine. I don't know what actually was happening there. Exploding bombs as goal can be a little bit tricky if you don't have communication, if you aren't used to doing that, right? But it's not really that big of a deal unless you go for like the okay, I mean there is he did go for the bomb talent, but that's fine. We can do damage on our own. Like as Cho, our damage is actually kind of crazy. Look at that, second most in the game. That's usually what you want to be doing as Cho, in my opinion. Like if you aren't doing really good damage as Cho, like if the only part of cho'gall that does damage is Gall, then why are you playing Cho in the first place? Right? That's kind of the feeling that was an interesting ultimate. That's kind of the feeling I always get. But the surging dash value is absolutely undeniable in my opinion. Okay, we're gonna destroy the Chen now too. Like there is absolutely no way they are going to be able to survive that. We almost killed our Alarak, I think, but it worked out in the end, and that's all that matters. By the way, our Consuming Blaze is now healing for 100% extra healing all the time. So like if we went for Consuming Fire, like we almost caught up to that bonus, right? And it's only going to get better from this point on, right? So as always, I really like quest talents that allow you to do some, like, I don't know, to become better objectively, right? To become better at the game objectively than your opponents. It just feels right. It just feels right. I don't think that Probius can stop us. He was way too far away. Oh no, he is actually not that far away. Not as far away as I thought. Let's toss a bomb there. That should be able to interrupt somebody. Okay, that's fine. We want to fight this, by the way, because we can win this easily. So I will wait for my W cooldown reduction. Now that Chen used his... Oh no, this is not gonna go well whatsoever. Or maybe it will. Or maybe it will go really damn well. Look at that. That sustain, that follow-up from our team. cho'gall is such a broken damn hero. And with the Surging Dash, we're gonna be able to heal up in just a second. Surging Dash and our Consuming Blaze gonna heal us really damn well. Also, with this extra attack speed, we are able to take down bosses, forts faster, all of those good things. Pretty damn cool. Like, I can't really tell you, like, which build is better or, like, alternative builds for Cho, because I tried this one, it worked really well for me, and I'm just gonna stick to it. It makes a lot of sense to me, like making this giant ogre super destructive with his auto attacks and whatnot. It just feels great, it goes great, and we're gonna pick up Kusun's gift, and now our auto attacks are ranged. So this is like the ultimate. This is like the ultimate cho'gall, right? You charge in, and when enemies are even trying to run away from you, you're gonna be slowing them all the time. You're gonna have ranged attacks, and you have extra attack speed, so you destroy them super fast. You keep refreshing your You keep refreshing your consuming blazes, keep healing yourself. Like, cho'gall is... he's a very undervalued hero in my opinion. But obviously he has a lot of counters, so you should be... when drafting, like if you are going to draft cho'gall, you always want to be drafting him almost like last. Because if they take Leoric, if they take Melcel, Karazim, there is not much you can do to stop that. But this was a great game. Like, this went actually a lot better than I expected, so I feel great about that. And I think, like, the stats for Cho, I think you should always be top damage. It's so easy to do. I don't know why. Like, very often I see cho'galls that don't really do damage, but they are playing also super passive, trying not to die, which is also valuable. Like, we died 6 times. That's not great, right? But I think that's gonna be it. So if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.